Hey guys, Zach Physio here, just giving you another video today. Today's topic of discussion is Piriformis Syndrome and its relationship with sciatic type pain. So a lot of people know what sciatic type pain is, or that sciatica, which is the term described as for that shooting, electrical, sharp sort of pain that goes down the back of the leg, start end of the buttock, and it can go from all the way from the lower back down to your toes, but commonly, it presents with that sort of lower back or buttock type pain. Now forgive me for my poor drawing here, physios don't make the best artists, but I've just quickly chucked up the pelvis and the hips. This is from a back view. As you can see here, the green is the sciatic nerve, which is the biggest nerve in the body that comes off the lumbosacral plexus, which is this region here. And the nerves come from there and all morph into this big nerve called the sciatic nerve. Now the nerve runs from here down the back of the thigh, and then when it reaches the knee joint, it splits off into two more nerves. One goes around towards the front and one goes all the way up down the bottom. Types of sciatic pain that can happen, they can occur due to either lower back pain, so a problem here in the lumbar vertebrae. You can also get problems where the nerve is running down in between the deep gluteal muscles. Now I've only drawn in the piriformis muscles here, but there's plenty more in that region as well. But the piriformis is generally the main one that we can see that can cause sciatic type pain. As you can see here, so this is the piriformis. It comes from the greater trochanter of the femur. So that's your big thigh bone, and if you put your fingertips there, you can generally feel that sort of bony presence of your thigh bone, and that is the greater trochanter. And then your piriformis runs in towards the sacrum, okay? So that's right at the base of your lower back. Its action, so as you can see, if you imagine this muscle tightening and contracting, it's going to rotate the thigh that way, okay? So it's an external rotator, so it goes in that direction there. It has two actions though. So often with Piriformis syndrome, we'll say the cause of it is due to tightness or trigger points. And as you can imagine, so here is the sciatic nerve traveling down. It travels underneath the piriformis. So if that piriformis is tight and compressing that nerve, that is how you can get some of that shooting type pain down from the buttock down into the leg. Unfortunately, some people have what I've drawn over here is the sciatic nerve actually cuts through the piriformis. So it actually goes through the piriformis muscle. So if that piriformis muscle gets tight or has any trigger points, that's going to become a potential source of issues with sciatic type pain. Now the piriformis' actions is to externally rotate the hip as well as stabilize the hip and sacral plexus. And the reason why that we often prescribe stretches is because by stretching the piriformis as well as doing some active release stuff that we can do with you in the clinic, by stretching the piriformis, you're trying to take the tension off, which can ease the pressure on that sciatic nerve. Now often with the stretching we give external rotation stretches where people say, well, why, if we want to stretch the piriformis, should we externally rotate if that's its action? What we'll do is we'll give you external rotation stretches with the hip flexed, so up in front at least more than 60 degrees, because at that point it changes the piriformis' actions and it becomes more of an internal rotator. So by flexing at the hip, it changes its actions, and that's just simply due to its anatomical location on the greater trochanter. So I'll show you an example of some stretches you can do for your piriformis. Okay, so Belle's going to demonstrate one of the stretches for us. So what you do is you get your bed or a bench height, and what you are going to do is you're going to put up the knee that we are stretching on a bit of an angle like this. So that's externally rotating at the hip, and now you're just going to lean over and hold a nice comfortable stretch. In the next stretch, the patient is laying on their back, knees flexed and hips flexed as well. Bring the foot over onto the opposite knee and bring that trailing knee up towards yourself and give it a good hug, and you will feel a good stretch in the piriformis with this stretch. Okay guys, I hope you find that valuable information. If you do have some sort of gluteal or lower back issues with some sciatic type pains, please come in and see us, because there is a lot that can be done for this sort of sciatic pain, and often it does require some form of hands-on treatment as well. Okay, thank you.